very strong time now. Person that I was walking a path together with chose to leave the body. And death always bring up many things. We all meet death. People around us who die, and our own body that ceases to live. It always brings back to me this paradox. That on one hand I know that the soul is eternal, and that this dear friend and person is still around, still exists, and I can access and communicate with that person. And at the same time, the body misses. My body will never touch her body again. Will never be such body again in the universe. It was a unique phenomenon, a one-time singular event that will never repeat again. A wonderful creation that ceased, that went back into the nothing. And the fear from nothing, this fear of disappearing, is something so deep and inherent in all of us, and death always brings that up. So I found how important for me is to keep two levels of my consciousness vibrating at the same time. Knowing as a direct experience that consciousness and the soul continues to exist, and that all is good, and it was her choice to leave the body. She had whatever she came to do here was completed. She had a beautiful and challenging life, and she gave me so many insights, and all is good. She's with the angels. She's pure light. And I'm keeping that in my consciousness, keeping it in my mind, and at the same time I allow all my emotions to come up, all my sadness and frustration. Maybe I could have done something, maybe I could have changed it, maybe I could help her more. And there's really place for these emotions. There's nothing bad about it. It's just a vibration of love. All the different emotions are good, and I allow myself to not suppress it, because I could really easily go on with my life and say, okay, ciao dear, all the best for you, and I continue my life. And I do that, and it's easy. But another important part is also let myself vibrate the sadness, because my body is in mourning, is crying out for this other body that will never meet again. And these two aspects of everything is perfect, and at the same time everything is so sad. Makes my heart open, makes me feel peace. Actually, there's a teacher I really appreciate that said, we only learn how to live when we learn how to die. And in my practice and workshop of self-awareness and shamanic work that I'm doing, and awareness group that I've been practicing for many, many years, I died many times. And I found something amazing, that the emotional and the mental body can die again and again. And in this death of the ego, they call it in the Indian tradition, in this death, something new is born. And when we meet this fear of death and we go beyond it, a universe of potential is revealed to us, and it can be unfolded in a new way. And yet, the physical body don't want to die. The physical body don't want to die. Doesn't like these exercises of let's practice death now. And it's amazing for me to experience trust to my body, that it really knows what to do, that it will really protect me, that I can go totally into my meditations and my expansion of consciousness and into my emotional world and vibrate everything while my body is there containing all that and protecting me and taking care of me, so I can let go myself into the river. But in a moment of danger, my instincts work like that. My body will go out of that and protect me, so I can never really get lost, because my body is always bringing me back as long as is my time to be here. So probably you also met death in your life, the fear of death, the death of other, the sadness for not meeting a beloved one. And I really invite you to cry for the loss of beloved ones, so it doesn't stay in you. Because when we don't cry, it stays here, waiting for another opportunity to vibrate. And in your way and in your time, go beyond your fears, go into the nothing, go there. Because when you're not afraid to be nothing, you can be everything. There's big teaching, big wisdom, big power in being nothing. And I'm sure that your inner guidance, your divine self will take you there, if you meant to go there. Don't be afraid. Your physical body is still here, your heart still pumps, you're alive, everything's fine. In your mental and your emotional, you can die. And that's regeneration. This is part of the cycles of life, and it moves energy, and it actually being reborn again with full vitality and power. When we are afraid to go through that, we get old. The energy don't flow out of fear. So blossom, make seeds, and then let go. And the seeds fall down to the soil and grow again in the cycles of life. Respect it. Surrender to it. And remember, just being spiritual and thinking all is good doesn't allow the emotional body to vibrate. So keep the both of them together. Be afraid and know that you're safe. Be sad and know that everything is great and perfect as it is. And be good for yourself and go beyond your limits. Thank you. This blessing of today is the blessing of transformation. Aho. Thank you for listening.